and off the court, and it all shows in how they get the separation in games like tonight.
And Stephanie, a steal to start the fourth. It's Watson taking it to the rim for the throwdown. Yeah, I think the other part with Mark Daigneault, when we spoke with him prior to the game, he made the point, the last thing you want to do is overreact with your club. You've done so many great things throughout the year to finish the season with a 68-14 record. You breeze through the first round. You don't overreact and start changing things left and right because you lost just before the buzzer in game one.
Yeah, I love that you brought that up, and that was a great point on his part. Look, he said there are things that they can improve upon, things they can do better, but not change who you are after one game. And I think what they've done is they've been able to get back to who they are here in this game. They needed this. They needed to have a bounce-back performance to show that their style, their philosophy is you know, what they've had success in the regular season translates here in the mistake. He took the onus off his players, took the pressure off of them, and really just a sign of leadership in how you manage the ups and downs of the postseason. And certainly his guys have responded as a result.
And I think he still very much believes in the up three foul philosophy. It's just when you foul,
right,
and not giving them so quickly in the
you're right. It was a great game, great comeback, gutty performance. Certainly, question now is, can Denver regroup? Can they go back home? And can they find that magic they had in the fourth quarter at home, where it'll be much easier?
Kick it out for the Najee jumper, and he cans it from long range. We saw Denver do this to the Los Angeles Clippers in Game 7 of the first-round series, and tonight they're on the receiving end of a rout in favor of the Thunder. Here's Joe one-on-one with Tyson, and Joe nails the J.
And you talk about that Game 7 after 6 tough games in that Clippers series, and at home, it wasn't the stars that really created the separation in that game, in that blowout. It was Christian Brown, it was Aaron Gordon, it was Russell Westbrook. So much easier for the complementary players when they're playing at home in the playoffs as opposed to on the road.
Kenrich Williams will bounce it for Jalen Williams. Now Mitchell gets a touch. Fend off on Najee, step through, Mitchell denied. Zeke Najee with the block. Hunter Tyson in his second year out of Clemson. Pickett's pull up. Doesn't go. Second-year guard from Penn State. Wiggins to Kenrich Williams. He's fouled by Najee.
I don't know if Wiggins was passing to Williams, Kenrich Williams, or Jalen Williams as they return back to Denver. And certainly Strasser, I like his aggressiveness right there. Had a three-point play opportunity drive, and off the dribble handoff, a nice little push shot in the lane.
I think everybody saw around the NBA the video of Nikola Jokic during a timeout in Game 1, very demonstratively talking to his teammates. Joe with a pass inside for Williams, working around the perimeter. Mitchell, and that's a treble. So the point being, his leadership is showing that the accountability is there, and that the respect level that the team has. Tyson misses from long range. Najee the offensive rebound. Slapped away. Turnover. Joe give it up. Mitchell cans a triple. And that just shows you where this Denver team is right now and why Adelman has been such a good fit at the head coaching position, replacing Michael Malone, who was an NBA champion.
He's been a great fit. So impressed with, we meet with him in the meetings and his perspective, how he approaches these matchups, and might have that interim tag removed when it's all said and done with the way he's resonated with this team. Just not having the performance here tonight in Game 2.
His father, Rick, was a tremendous head coach in the NBA with Portland, Golden State, Sacramento, Houston, and Minnesota. Consistent winner. And And David obviously takes a great deal from what he learned being around his dad. And when we asked him about it, his dad said, oh, he's in Oregon, he's watching all the games. And when it all went down, when he got the job, he called his dad to let him know. And his dad very calmly said, well, that sounds like a really good opportunity. That was and it's exactly what David needed to hear in the moment. Instead of freaking out, it was like, oh, yeah, that's what it is. So I'll go do it.
Well, that's funny, but that's also David is ready. He's been around it his whole life and certainly learned from one of the best to ever do it in his father.
Watson, drive and deuce. Under 7 minutes. And he said those relationships are still very much alive today. Learned a great deal. You know, obviously, as you come through the ranks, just being around highly accomplished people, doing what you one day want to do, osmosis. Pickett. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. So new players have now checked into the game, including Ousmane Dieng for Oklahoma City, along with Dylan Jones.
You know, he talked about Shaka Smart and how close he and Shaka Smart are the coach at Marquette. And kind of has like a college feel, this Oklahoma City team. The way they play, the way they buy in. It's impressive. But that's what USA Basketball does. It brings people together.
Oh, wait.
Forms bonds.
Is this a PSA?
Yes.
We just laid it on a tray for you, didn't we?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Foul called on the inside. Change for Denver as Vlatko Cancar is in for the Nuggets. 5:56 mark of the fourth. And Najee will go to the free throw line. Now in his 5th season in the NBA, they signed him to a substantial deal, 4 years, $32 million, extra size on the bench, limited action during the season. TNT is your new home for NASCAR this summer. Tune in to all the action beginning June 28th on TNT and stream on Max. He's the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year in 2020 at Arizona. One stat in favor of the Nuggets: they have won 7 straight playoff series after winning game 1. And the scoring continues as Isaiah Joe makes it rain. Cancar and a handoff for Tyson. 5:25 mark of the fourth. Steal. Mitchell upstairs. The stuff. And the lead extended for OKC.
I mean, everybody just competing, playing hard, up big. I'd like to see this OKC team practice. I mean, just go at it as Strawther knocks down a three-pointer. But it's just impressive to see what they've done. And you started to see it like 2 years ago when they didn't necessarily, they may be a 500 team, and as Joe just stays hot.